Hello, Taurus. Thank you so much for checking out my channel at Reflexive Moon Tarot. I'm Sarah, and I will be hosting this reading for you for the new moon in Leo. So, for the new moon in Leo, first of all, any new moon, it's lights out, right? We've gone over this. Lights out for the moon. And for those who are new to this, to the readings that I do, I'm always doing them based on lunar cycles. And oftentimes people like to think that because of the full moon is about channeling energy, the new moon is about channeling energy, and it can be, but I feel like the new moon is more about taking it easy and getting rid of things that no longer serve you, because it's just a marking of a new lunar phase through a period of lights out versus being lit. But at the same time, the sun's energy is still not really shining upon us by way of the moon, because it is the earth is blocking it. So it's almost like we're getting in the way of ourselves and the light. We're still also between those two things, no matter where we are. There's so many ways that you can look at it. But either way, Taurus, the energy that we want to remember or try and manifest is confidence, courage, and strength. That's what we get from the sign of Leo. Now, the things that might be challenging us on account of the moon being out right now, or lights out for the moon, is our stubbornness, dominance, and arrogance as well. So those things might be on our mind, or we might be acting them out on account of feeling a little bit low. So especially with the stubbornness, Taurus, that is the name of your game when it comes to making or taking a stand. All right. So earlier I pulled the Black Cat card from the Oracle of Black Enchantment. It's all about working with the light and the shadow aspect of the self, as well as the cards that come through. And the light and shadow aspect of this particular card is about being trapped, or being like bad luck, being trapped in bad luck, or just the whole mentality of superstition, and also a problem that is not able to be dismissed, right? Like, this is a problem that this little bird is going through. It's real. You can't really poo-poo this away. This is win or die, right? Now, speaking of win or die, the light meaning is about taking control and winning through adversity, winning over your disempowering beliefs. Like, for example, someone saying that you're weak, that you are not as strong, that you are not as resilient, that you are easily influenced. And we all have our own influences. We all take chances. And sometimes we also just leave things to chance, which can be seen as a weakness. It can also be seen as a strength, just going with the flow. Because trying to manifest in a world that is run by systems of oppression is maddening. So why would you subject yourself to the madness of it all, right? So let's see what the Zammer Twins deck have to say, and then we'll pull a card from Mildred's deck, and we'll get into some tarot. We got the Drunkard. Ooh, I never pulled this one yet. Let's check it out. The Drunkard. The Drunkard. So, I don't really like this card. Right off the cuff, I'm just like, really? Why? Shandy. What is shandy again? It's like a mixture of beer and ginger ale or something. Anyways, Shandy is humiliation, embarrassment. This could be a scandal, guilt, having a bad reputation, being made a mockery. This could also be addiction and a lack of self-control. So the drunkard it's a really bad thing to call somebody who's experiencing addiction. It's bad. Now, we have it upright. So I would say, like, are you struggling to bring forth your strength? Now, that could be the moon challenging you in a period of weakness. It's supposed to be your life circumstances. Are you being made an outcast on account of your pain and the way that you medicate? So how can you medicate a little bit differently? How can you change your behaviors? You most likely need to get help when it comes to that. And whatever your flavor is for help, as long as it's effective, then that's good. There's so many things that we can do to alleviate issues related to addiction, whether that be through spiritual practices and ceremonies. It can be through connecting with communities that are for the purpose of helping others abstain from substances. It can be switching to a less harmful substance as well when you think about harm reduction. So there's so many things. It can be medical, like counseling that is related to the medical field. So you may want to go to a doctor and get a referral. There's lots of options and opportunities. I better hurry up. Might have to go find a plug. Just battery's about to die. Okay, so we have the sun reversed. So consistency. Are you consistently able to control your intake? And more so, how are you at a deficit when it comes to the joy that you experience in life? 1 second, I'm just going to go get my charger. All right. Wow. Yay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for bearing with me through that. All right. That is my cue to learn how to edit the videos a little bit better, eh? All right. So, the drunkard and the sun. So, where your sense of joy, how is it depleted? Figure out what it is that you've done, or not what you've done, like not to blame you. Figure out what it is that's going on with you that is causing a disconnect. This can be what you've done as well. You know, there's things that we do, there's substances that we consume in earlier phases of our, experimenting with things that kind of kill our ability to experience joy, right? So it might be something that you just have to deal with and have to work towards continuously for a period of time. This is all about commitment. How committed are you to changing and leveling these things up? And the strength and the courage and the confidence. Most importantly, with the sign Leo in the new moon phase, is calling us to connect with is the confidence and courage and strength to do so, to tame your inner beast. Think about the strength card. It's there. It's all there. Right. What's your wish? Your wishes have not been granted on some level. And that's what you're concerned with. You might you might be wondering whether or not your wish will be granted. Your wish for love. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So money can't buy you happiness. Maybe you're happy when it comes to money and money just is not in abundance for you. But I would say that this definitely starts, like, your emotional fulfillment begins with you grounding your emotions 100% and having the energy to understand that, you know, starting small to make it big involves you also just taking the time and having the patience to do that. But it's there for you, that grounding energy. You are in it to win it when it comes to grounding. It's like you're on a mission. You've lost a lot maybe, but it could be that it's like a dose of humble pie for you. We have the Four of Pentacles. Now the Four of Pentacles it's kind of like, when it's reversed for me, I feel like it's a poverty mindset. It's allowing others to sort of suck your energy, and it's also, it can be reckless spending. It's just like allowing your money to deplete. Reckless spending, financial literacy as well. Illiteracy, I should say. And that has a lot to do also with letting other people suck your energy, coming around, trying to take your money, trying to take your connections, ruining your connections because they think that they're going to gain in some type of way on account of that. That's really fucked up. I have yet to understand the motivation behind people doing bullshit things like that. It's like the ultimate fucked up shit. Not the ultimate, but it's up there. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, wow. Okay, so despite feeling financially drained on some level, you are very confident in the ideas that you produce. And also your ability to help other people nurture their own ideas. So you have a very nurturing aspect, which makes sense. I feel like Taurians are naturally grounded in some ways, but in other ways, they might get caught up in some bullshit, which is why these cards are here. I mean, that's true for everybody, but there's just something about a Taurian's ability to really kind of like take charge or just take care of things and also take care of people. But then when it comes to themselves, they like are really caught up in they get caught up in drama because maybe it's you kind of need somebody to take care of you, or you didn't really get that as a young person, or it's just you're not always willing to show yourself the same type of caring and sharing that you show others. Interestingly, you don't really have any issues with anxiety. There's nothing, you know what it is to not be having nightmares or like have your nightmares come to an end. moving forwards, you're really going to maybe put your mind on the money. You got the mind on the money and your money on your mind, right? Mental health might be something that you really want to take seriously. But mostly I would say it's communication as well. Learning how to communicate and how to even hold your tongue. It's like developing tact with regards to your communication. And then we have the 10 of Wands. So you know that you have a lot on your plate. And the burdens that you bear are quite heavy. Sometimes they make you bitter. You might be a little bit bitter at times. Keep in mind throughout any period of bitterness that you experience is that the right person, you need to talk to the right person when it comes to that. Okay? Everybody has their own shit that they're dealing with. Everybody has their own problems. And I know I've learned this the hard way where, people, they just don't want to hear your shit. And you need to go to somebody who's either getting paid or makes it their purpose to hear your shit. Someone who's okay with it. So like consent comes first with everything, right? So just be careful with that. Because I feel like, it's the 10 of Wands upright. If it was reversed, I would say in this spot, you might be unleashing your burdens on others a little bit more than you should, or a lot more than you should. But don't sell yourself short here. And know that you're going to be, like, having a good attitude about the 10 of Wands is really important, because in order to complete the cycle and move back to the ace, or move into a new ace with new ideas, new goals, you're going to have to let go and repurpose some of the things that you got going on. But you know this. You know this. We have the 5 of Wands. So people see that you're very conflicted. You might be in direct conflict with, this could be worldviews clashing. This could be different departments in your workspace clashing. This could even just be individuals in the workspace clashing. But people think that people might see you as being, what's the word? Antagonistic or provocative. Now, there's ways to provoke people in a negative way. And some people don't even realize that they're doing it, right? Like all those nice people out there who think that they're just being nice, right? Nice people, or people who are just like, I was just trying to help, stuff like that. Consent comes first, 100%. And I feel like we've all been there, done that, and bought the t-shirt. So how do you want other people to see you is, if that's important to you, if you want them to see you as antagonistic, as like the devil's advocate, as the person who, what was that? The latest zombie movie I watched. Anyways, like the way that this government was set up, it was like, it wasn't the latest movie, but it was the one with Brad Pitt, the zombie movie with Brad Pitt in it, where when he goes to Israel, the way that the government was structured was like this rule of 10 or rule of 9. I can't remember how many it was, but the 9th or 10th individual had to play the adversary and had to plan for the event that all 8 or 9 others were wrong, right? So that's pretty cool. So how are you doing that? How are you doing, like, what is your adversarial model, right? Are you dealing with justice? Are you a lawyer? Like, what's going on here? All right. So we have the 6 of Wands. So you are afraid of having a bad reputation. You're afraid of going missed. Afraid of not being acknowledged. So in order to combat that fear, I don't know if being provocative and antagonistic is the way that you should do that. Because, I mean, it's one thing, I guess, yeah, there's no such thing as bad publicity, they say, right? However, what kind of taste do you want to leave in people's mouth? That's my question. It's your choice. I ain't going to interfere with your goals. I'm just going to provide you with some possibilities that may or may not help you make a decision. Okay. How are we for time here? Oops. Oh, wow, we're good for time. We got lots of time. Okay. The Empress. So, pleasurable activities that get you grounded, right? What makes you feel good and gets you grounded, aside from getting all to gag, right? We don't want that. We want to keep our mind in order. Now, there's my mad positive, in order, right? Okay, so I'm feeling like when you are indulging, this is when the conflict occurs, when the liquid courage is at play. So, the new moon in Leo is asking you, is challenging you to shit or get off the pot and tap into your actual courage without needing fucking firewater, right? Light a candle underneath your ass in some way, shape, or form. The Empress is all about ideas, gestating ideas, right? When you think about the actual act of gestating, okay, say, like, aside from whatever embodiment you are, like if you're a life carrier or not, it doesn't matter. The act of gestating requires that you keep your body, I don't want to say pure, but like not interfere with the growth by consumption, right? And I'm not saying that, you know, it is what it is when it comes to people doing that, right? And I hope that you're getting the help that you need and able to get the support that you need to make decisions that are your own, okay? But when you think about it, if you're trying to manifest your ideas and say, for example, the one drink that you are consuming is the equivalent of your idea drinking 8 to 10. How is that going to interfere with the development of your idea? So, sobering up for the purpose of the life and the idea that you are trying to grow. How do you want this idea to develop? Do you want it to develop in a way that is interfered with, that will come out having issues, perhaps, or just it won't be what you imagined? It doesn't matter what the issues are. It's not going to be what you imagined, and you may not be happy with what it is that you came up with, what it is that you created, because it wasn't from you in your purest state. All right? It's as simple as that. And it might be like a harsh truth to reality, but that's what it is. And if you continue to do what it is that you're doing and you create something that you don't like, that doesn't necessarily mean that what you did was wrong. It's about what are you satisfied with and what it is that you want for yourself, and what lengths are you willing to go with. I saw 24. What lengths are you willing to go against to ensure that your goals or what you want for yourself is met? What lengths are you willing to go? How much do you care? And how strong or how like stubborn in a good way can you get, like being your own natural shield of your ideas? being the shield for your ideas. That's, I just thought like being your own condom. So, what is your favorite flavor? You can wrap it up however way you like, as long as it gets wrapped up and does the job, right? And that could be another thing too. Like, you might just need to start wrapping it up because you're creating things or people that you cannot take care of or don't want to. And it's because of the liquid courage that you are consuming while, you know, propagating. And it's negatively impacting your sense of judgment. So how are you going to take your load seriously? Take your load seriously. Your body is your sanctuary. Your home is your sanctuary. Start feeling more comfortable in your body and honoring the parts of your body and what they are capable of, because it's powerful. It's very powerful. You don't want to undermine that at all. You need to rekindle that energy on some level and respect it and love it and allow it to grow in a way that is wholesome. Okay? Loving what it is that you bring to the table is a great place to start. Getting grounded and balanced in who you are and how you move with your 2 feet planted on the ground. Okay, Taurus? So, I don't know if do we want to pull any more? I'm just feeling like you want to focus on self-care. That's how we get balanced and grounded, is self-care. And self-care activities are like literally just putting your feet on the ground in some aspect. Sometimes it's having a bath and exfoliating. Other times it is like reading your favorite things or being around your favorite people. And I think that's all I have to say about that. Those are the things that you need to consider, and that you are worthy of them so that you will stop blocking your forward movement. All right, Taurus, I wish you all the best through this like brief period of, sounds like a little bit of despair, but you're going to get through this and you're going to be able to find focus and look to the next reads for more insights. Take care and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.